Hey, hi, it's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Wednesday, the 12th of February, 2020. We are using Tarot of the 78 Doors for our message today. Our potential theme of energy in the day is Six of Cups. Well, this card is certainly showing up quite a bit for us, isn't it? So, reconciliation, nostalgia. It is considered a soulmate card, connecting with soulmates today. And it is a card also, for me intuitively, that relates to the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a bit of the surprising, delightful, unexpected in the day. And it may be a connection to something of our past. Something that we are nostalgic, reminiscent for or of in the day. And my guides say there's more and we'll come back to it. And then we have the Nine of Cups. This is the third day in a row with this card. Dreams coming true, wishes fulfilled. I say so often when we turn this card over that there is a touch of whimsy on it, which is wonderful. More surprise, delight, right? Connecting to our six. And it's the surprise and delight that the universe desires to share with us. So we are in a position of allowing and receiving. When I look at the card today, and since it has shown up a third time in a row, I feel that there is an element that we sense is missing. You know, this is a very fulfilling, satisfying, happy card. It brings a beautiful, sweet energy to us. And the sense of it as I look at it today, because it is not the 10, it's not quite all the way there. And it's not anything to be dissatisfied about. It's more an opportunity to expand into allowing for exactly what the universe wants to surprise and delight us with. Coming with this, Three of Swords. Well, there it is. This is a challenging card in tarot. There's no two ways about it. Anytime you turn this card over, you are having some experience of pain, loss, and sorrow. And the Three of Swords is a pain, loss, and sorrow that has already happened. And it's the... Okay, we're going to switch gears on it just a little bit. Here we have an elderly woman sitting in a wheelchair. And, you know, she's poking pins into someone. And it's as though she's taking or attempting to take revenge on someone for the bitterness she feels because of pain, loss, and sorrow experienced in her world that she did not bring the love to bring the healing to, or move on from, and it potentially crippled her here. And rather than take self-responsibility on this card, she wants to stick pins in a representation of the person who may have been connected to her pain, loss, and sorrow. So here we come back to the Six of Cups. Now, this is the ultimate in self-responsibility card. How we choose to respond or how we choose to react can dictate the course we put ourselves on. You know, what you focus on is what you manifest, what you create. And in a Three of Swords, we can see how in the darkest hour of the greatest pain, we could potentially cripple ourselves energetically and not move forward. Instead, sort of wallow in the hurt. And here's a representation in the cards of what happens when you stay there. You know, the world gets a whole lot smaller, it gets more confining. So whatever it is we are reminiscing about today in our Six of Cups may have some connection to a pain, loss, and sorrow we've experienced in repetition or once in a grand fashion, but it stayed with us, right? These two cards offer us an opportunity to take a look at how we moved on from there. Have we done the very best we can with it? And are we aiming for our highest and greatest potential? Or is there a nugget that we're still hanging on to in a bitter or resentful type of way? And perhaps there's something that comes into the day today that reminds us of a Three of Swords experience for ourselves. And it could be just that thing, that element of something that might be missing off the nine. Because these cards here were coexisting with a pain, loss, and sorrow and a great happiness. Though somewhere in our shadow self, we're feeling, it's not quite right. And it's not quite right because we've got pins stuck in something that really do need to come out, be brought into the light, be loved into wholeness so that we can liberate ourselves, be free in self-relationship. Coming with this? Well, why not? The Tower. That's quite a sandwich. I can only imagine what's on the other side of it. However, let's deal with this. You know, the Tower is, in this setup, the equivalent of pulling those pins out, because if we have confined ourselves or walled off something emotionally within ourselves in an attempt to not feel something painful, this is what creates an unstable foundation. And you know, since the summertime, if you've been watching these daily videos, the issue of our foundation comes up weekly. It shows up in the cards consistently. So when we pull these three pins out of this representation of pain, loss, and sorrow for anything that we've walled off or confined in some way or attempted to protect ourselves from feeling, that aspect of the Tower within comes down. This is really an identification of what's unstable, what is not of the highest and greatest frequency for us. And it's a reminder to us that we are strong enough, enduring enough to be able to do this. We've reached a point in the journey where we can't travel further with this energy. It requires love, and it requires healing and release and letting go of. And we do it right here in the Tower. Yeah, again, the Tower, this is of our own making. In other words, the universe isn't going to come in with a lightning bolt that starts the fire, that brings this down. We are doing that by pulling these pins out, by not confining whatever this energy is for us any longer. We're going to set it free, we're going to let it go, and that ultimately will bring that unstable aspect within self-relationship into wholeness. Imagine how strong you are to do this, the three in the Tower, while you have the support of the 6 and the 9 of Cups, beautiful cards. So imagine how strong you are emotionally, energetically, spiritually, soulfully to do this kind of inner journey healing work. And then imagine how much stronger you're going to be on the other side of it. So 3 cards fell out for the last position. Our first is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I like how she's done in this deck, especially in relationship to the 3 of Swords and the Tower being present. You know, this is where we kind of go to in ourselves. This is our our soulful self, and within that, some of our shadow self. And that, you know, the light of our soul is going to light up what's in the shadows and reveal to us what our 3 of Swords is. And we will revisit that today. We will reconcile it today on the 6th, which will bring us more into our 9 of Cups experience, because this is what we've been cultivating on a really strong foundation. So we don't go all the way to the 10. We might feel like something is missing a little bit because it's this part right here in the middle that requires our attention, and we need the discernment of this queen and her no nonsense attitude to be able to cut through whatever self-protection, belief system, story we've got going on, so we can see the truth of it and bring the love to it. And then the Nine of Wands. Excellent. You know, talking about something emotionally, spiritually, energetically that we have confined or walled off, and here we have this man bringing a door home to this to this house. It suggests that this family has lived in this house without a door for a while, and they have been exposed to the elements. But they became really comfortable with it, so they didn't seem to mind it any longer. Three of Swords. We get comfortable with the things we choose to live with and confine until they are exposed to us in our awareness. And while it's sweet to put a door on the house and it will change the way they live within their environment, it's just this kind of exposure that's required to see where we've left a door wide open and energy drains away from us, or where we've slammed a door shut and refused to allow that energy out. And once that comes under our attention or comes into our attention, we will immediately take steps to harmonize it. So this Nine of Wands is a great harmonizing card in the reading. And then nice. 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Well, that's quite a journey through the energy atmosphere of the day. The 10 of Pentacles is, you know, a fulfillment card. Happiness, satisfaction, everything we were talking about over here with the 6 and the 9. It's this kind of work in the middle that creates a 10 of Pentacles experience. And that's having all of your needs met and plenty to pass on to your next generation. Or think of it in terms, because the 10 of Pentacles is a legacy card. But think of it in terms of the energy you now have to share, because you've done this work in the middle. You have come through these experiences and these life trials for your own self. You've taken responsibility for your relationship to self so that you can live in a 9 of Cups, live in a 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups energy atmosphere in your world, and you make for yourself an exceptionally strong foundation by choosing to do it at all. So there is always a gift in that 3 of Swords. Pain, loss, and sorrow will always show to you the gift in the deepest part of it. So look there. That's what the Queen's up to. You know, she's really consulting her soulful, intuitive, empathic, psychic self. She's looking deep within, and she sees it, finds it, puts her sword right on it, and no more nonsense with this one. She takes steps to create her 9 of Cups, her 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. All right, angel answers. Ask a question if you have one. Allow this to be a fresh message or a confirmation. And here it comes again, emphatic success. Yeah. That's the work in the middle right there. That's where the success is. And have we seen this one 3 times this week too, the trust card? At least twice. We've been seeing it a lot. Trust yourself. Trust this journey. And trust yourself to face whatever your 3 of Swords and Tower moments are, because you have the wisdom, you have the discernment, Queen. You have the love, the fire, the passion over here in these cups, and it creates great fulfillment. Trust yourself to do it. I love this encouragement. Don't stop. Emphatically, don't stop. There's emphatic success on offer here to you by trusting yourself. truly take a moment and think of the freedom, the sense of personal freedom that you will feel for looking that Three of Swords right in the face, looking that Tower right in the face, staring right at it, and knowing that you have all that you require inside yourself to bring that into harmony and peace. And then the last card, forgiveness. I don't elaborate on that card. I tell you that all the time because I sense you all know where that most needs to go. All right, affirmation from the universe has your back. We've got the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Yeah. That'll help you see your Three of Swords and Tower really well. Don't think about what you think you need. Feel. Feel, feel, feel. All right, last card, spirit animal for the day. I'm going to pull it right off the bottom of the deck, I think. Yeah. And we have the horse. And this is for you to investigate. See how horse spirit wants to connect with you today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, have a beautiful Wednesday. Peace, love, joy, happiness to each and every one of you. Namaste. Bye for now.